What's going on, everybody? Today we're gonna be looking at the new banner review. We're gonna review the new banner, not look at the new banner review. But anyway, guys, this banner is called Illuminating Lightning, and we all know who we're gonna be pulling for this banner, and that's right, it's going to be Benette. All right, obviously, let's start with the main star of the show, clorinde. Clorinde is one of the most anticipated character in Genshin. Like everybody is going to pull. All right, not everybody is gonna be pulling for her. But recently people are saying that she got nerfed and she's not really like the best DPS ever. She's not really the most meta character ever. Well, who really gives a shit about who's the most meta? People just pull for whatever character looks cool. So I'll definitely try to pull for clorinde. I'm not gonna wail. I'm gonna go with my free to play method of farming. So clorinde, she's the candle bearer, she's the shadow hunter, she's like a lightning DPS. I don't actually have like very built lightning DPS. Electro DPS. I forgot. I've been playing too much Star Rail recently, and like I know that people already have a bunch of different electro DPS. Like we have Kaching and all that, but clorinde, she's like the new stuff. She's a bit like Ayato, and I really like Ayato. She's kind of like electro Ayato with her playstyle. She has pistols. Her animations are probably one of the best right now. If you like seen it, and her outfit too is just really unique. It's very Fontanian. Like she has those like white gloves on it. And I also already have Navia, so having clorinde and Navia would be an epic combo. Clorinde's Japanese VA also voices Mikasa, so it's like getting Mikasa in Genshin Impact. And most people are gonna say clorinde is mid or just pull if you like. So my verdict is also pull if you want like her. Most people like her already. It's just that if you care about meta so much, you can maybe save up or something. Next character is Sethos. Now we don't know anything. We know his abilities already, but like we don't know how he's actually going to perform. His kit is very like messed up. Sethos kit, people say that Sethos kit is like very messed up. Like his charge attack consumes energy burst. The ultimate energy, the burst energy thing. But then his burst also like he uses burst to do normal attack infused electro attack. So it's kind of like confusing, very conflicting. But I don't know. Everybody is saying that Sethos is kind of like bad or like terrible kit or like it doesn't work at all. But I have some faith. I believe that Hoyoverse wouldn't release a character that literally has very contradicting abilities to him. But I don't know. We're gonna wait. I'm gonna pull for this banner anyway, so I'm probably gonna get Sethos probably. So yeah, you can't really just pull for 4-star. You're gonna have to pull for a 5-star as well. So like, you probably don't want to like try to pull for constellation on 4-star. Just rely on your luck, I guess. And then next is Thoma. Now I don't really use Thoma. I have him like very early on, but I didn't build him. But I heard it is going to be good for like his niche is that it's for like Burgeon or Burning. And with the new character Emily coming, I think Thoma stocks are gonna rise. So I don't know how much constellations you want your Thoma to be. Probably the higher the better. But like if you don't have Thoma, if you get Thoma, that's not a bad thing. I can say for that at least. This character is the Pyro Archon, Benette. Now Benette, if you don't have Benette, you definitely need to pull for Benette. All right, he's a healer, attack buffer, and kind of a tank, and he has energy. He has everything. He works with almost every team imaginable. Right now I have Benette C5. Some people, nowadays people say Benette C6 is good because most characters have like an elemental infusion that doesn't get overwritten anymore. So that's why recently people are now more and more receptive towards C6 Benette. So if you were to get a 4-star, definitely hope it's Benette. Unless you already C6 Benette, then maybe like get Sethos or something. I don't know. Having more characters is always better. The next banner is also cracked. Haitham. Now I got Haitham in his first run, and he is crazy. I probably should record another gameplay video for Haitham. I didn't really expect Haitham to be like the top 5 or top 2 DPS. Some people say he's top 2 with New Valette as a DPS. I think he's probably because of that, because he's the only like Dendro main DPS that actually just goes hard. And also he's very easy to play. You don't even need to burst to just do damage. He's not like reliant on burst like Xiao and Raiden. You could just use his E and also the plunge attack to get his 3 shields over there and do a full combo. I'll probably make a guide for Haitham when the time coming soon. It fits in almost every Dendro team except for maybe Burning and Burgeon. You could probably play him that too, but like it's probably not the most optimal team. Haitham best team are probably like Aggravate or Hyper Bloom, which is what I like to play. So between clorinde or Haitham, me personally, what most meta players says is that Haitham is generally the more safer and consistent performer. He's the more versatile and more unique units, I guess, because for Electro there's already a lot of options. Most people people have Raiden, have Kuching, have Sino, and Clorinde might feel very redundant. But as for haitham, he's like the only one of the only Dendro DPS. The other one is Tighnari. You know, Tighnari is a charge attack, so nobody wants to play him except for me. And also like the third best option is probably like, you know, Dendro, Nahida driver, or Traveler burst support, or Koli, Dendro applicator, and then the other Dendro characters are, you know, Kave, Baiju, Yao Yao, and like the last two are healers. So Dendro DPS a bit hard to come by, especially for haitham, where his rotations are very flexible and versatile and works with a lot of characters. Clorinde might feel a bit redundant, so if you won't care about meta and all that, you probably want to pull for haitham. You probably want to, if you even want to like save up on your primo gems, you would prefer getting haitham. But for me and for like most like people, we already have haitham. I mean, I got haitham in his like first banner. For me, like I'll like try to pull for Clorinde because, you know, I think she's one of the most anticipated characters. I save us some primo gems. Obviously that's not gonna be enough, but like, you know, saving is better than not saving, right? I really like Clorinde's animation, but at the end of the day, you should pull for whoever you like. They both Clorinde and haitham has very flashy animation. haitham has the raining dendro particle sword thingy, and like Clorinde has the shadowy blue in infusion epic attacks, and also she's voiced by Mikasa in the Japanese, and also she has the rock music, the rock metal music, the crazy rock music in the demo. So Clorinde might be the new shiny pool that everyone wants. There's also the weapon banner, which is both a sword. Me personally, I don't really pull for weapons, but if you do want to pull on the weapon banner, it's pretty damn amazing. Both of these swords give crit damage, which is just crazy for both haitham and Clorinde, so you can't really go wrong with the weapon banner. It's pretty insane. I mean, I personally, I don't want to like go broke. I don't want to like go homeless, so, you know, I don't want to pull for weapon. I'm already pulling for characters. But if, you know, if you have way too much money to spend, this is one of the best weapon banners you can pull for. I almost forgot, but I want to talk about sigewinne and furina as well. I mean, the phase 2 banner, I mean, we don't have the 4-star yet, so we just got like 2 5-star character. Now these two are both hydro, which is like, you know, really rare for both of the same element, and they're both also like technically healers. I mean, furina is a healer sometime, but mostly for this banner, a lot of people don't really care about sigewinne. I mean, I don't really care that much about sigewinne as well, but like, you know, I think she's pretty cool. She's a bit like like her playstyle, it's kind of like Neuvillette, but like more healer like. Some people even say sigewinne is like a 4-star forced to be a 5-star, but, you know, I think that's a bit too far. We do need a bit more like 5-star healers. I know they don't sell that well, but like, you know, we probably need a bit more balancing, you know, a bit more of a balance, especially if that healer can like work well with furina, which is, you know, the best case scenario I hope for. sigewinne's kit is a bit confusing, so, you know, no one can really recommend to pull for her yet. But for furina, now I already have furina, and I can tell you that furina is probably the best character as of right now. I mean, usually all the most recent Archon is always the best character in the game at that stage, just like with Nahida, with Raiden and all that. But like furina is crazy. I will make another video on explaining how good furina is. I mean, you probably already know how good furina is. It's just that I'm gonna be more specific and detailed with how good furina is. So furina, she has the easiest like play style ever. Just press E, just press Q, press E. If you don't have your ult, just press E and then switch off, and that's it. Her skill is the most autopilot. Her skill is literally AI. Her skill is literally autoplay on like the Honkai Star Rail. Furina's skill is literally like 3 AI doing all the work for you. And then her burst, it's like a buffer. Her burst, it's like a bit confusing because it's really hard to see if you like really got it or if you really got all the buffs or not. But like her buff is basically you press burst and then, you know, I mean, I know most of y'all already know how Furina's kit work, but like, you know, Furina, she bursts, and then the more your HP changes, I mean, usually healing, it could be like damage or healing, but usually healing, you do Furina's burst, and then you do your healing burst or whatever healing ability, and then you get a bunch of damage bonus to your team, which is just, you know, one of the best buffs. Recently, they're also saying that Furina, the best supports in the game right now is Furina. The best type of team right now is Furina National, which is Furina, Xiangling, Benette. All 3 of them buff each other synergetically, and it's just crazy. So for this banner, for like the 4, for this entire, like for this, not just for this phase, for the 2 phases are the 4.7 banner. The best character, I would say, the top priority character if you don't have any of the character, if you don't have, is Furina. Furina is #1 priority if you don't have Furina. You might be like a new player, or you didn't roll or something. You definitely need Furina. I think they're already really late on rerunning Furina. Usually Archons rerun 4 patches after, but like this time it's like from 4.2 to 4.7, so it's already 1 patch late. So hopefully you guys like save up, and plus it's the second phase, so you can save up a bit as well with the new end game and all the new events, new quests and all that. The second most meta character, if you say, probably haitham. Third is probably clorinde, even though I would pull for clorinde. And fourth would be sigewinne. Sigewinne is, for those whales who have too much money on their hands, so they just pull for the stuff, I guess, pull for the content. I mean, this version is really good to me, since I already have two of the rerun characters, so I'm not that stressed out with my primo gems. I can focus on just getting clorinde. And this banner is coming soon. I mean, like, it's like coming soon tomorrow, so it's like very soon. And also there's also a new end game mode coming finally, and also resin cap as well. So that means Genshin Impact is finally back after 3 years of just goofing around, probably because of Wuthering Waves. But anyway, guys, see y'all next time.